This is a Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. Does it give the same flagship experience as the rest of the S20 series, or is it just a mid-range phone with a flagship name? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where we take awesome out of the box. I'm Leia, and true to the name of our channel, we will be unboxing and doing our first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. But before we get to that, here's a quick reminder to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Let's jump right in, starting with the price. Here in the Philippines, the fan edition is 35,990 pesos. So it costs less than the rest of the S20 series when it was launched earlier this year. So we can expect compromises here and there, but does the price make up for it? Let's unbox and find out. So this is the packaging of the S20 FE. As you can see, it's different from the usual S series box. Instead of black, it comes in a white box with icons embossed in it. Full disclosure guys, I already unboxed it beforehand because I got too excited, but I still want to show you what's inside. So aside from the phone itself, you're getting 4 items inside the box. You have the documents, including the quick start guide. You have the SIM ejector tool. There's also the USB-C cable and a charging brick. We got the cloud navy color variant, but it also comes in other exciting colors: cloud red, white, lavender, mint, and orange. So what's your pick? What do you think is the best color? Let me know in the comments. So why is this phone part of the S20 lineup? What are the similarities? What are the differences? Well, it's easy to see that they look somewhat similar. Like the S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra, the S20 FE have rounded corners, the same positioning for the ports and panel lines, the same Infinity O display, 120Hz refresh rate, stereo speakers, IP rating, flagship processors. We'll talk about that later because I know that's a concern for some people. You get a large battery as well, SD support, and a similar looking camera module, although I think that's pretty much the aesthetic for 2020. So what are the differences? What are the compromises that Samsung made to make the phone more affordable? Well, for one, the back of the phone is made out of polycarbonate plastic instead of glass. Most of us associate glass with premium smartphones, although I've seen really good-looking smartphones with a plastic back. The next difference has something to do with the display. Unlike the rest of the S20 series with a curved display, the one on the S20 FE is flat. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I read your comments. I know that there are actually people who prefer flat displays because they're not prone to accidental touches and they're not as fragile. So I guess in this case, different does not necessarily mean that it's bad. And yes, it has larger bezels than the rest of the S20 series, but it has a really good 6.5-inch Super AMOLED display, and you'll definitely enjoy watching your favorite shows and favorite YouTube channels. Sana guys, kasama kami doon on this smartphone. Also, the display of the S20 FE maxes out at FHD Plus instead of Quad HD Plus, which isn't really a big deal for me. I used an S20 as my personal phone for months, and if I wanted to enjoy faster refresh rates, well, it caps off at FHD Plus anyway. The S20 FE has an optical fingerprint scanner instead of an ultrasonic one that's present in the S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra. And according to Samsung, the ultrasonic scanner is more secure, but from experience, the optical one unlocks the phone faster. Now let's talk about the cameras, which are very, very important for a smartphone. The S20 FE has a triple rear camera setup with a main one at 12 megapixels, another 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera, and an 8 megapixel telephoto shooter. Here are our sample shots. The main camera performs very well with good colors. When HDR kicks in, it's able to balance out shots so it's not overblown. Portraits turn out really nice. It's noticeable that the cameras have good depth of field. The ultra-wide-angle camera takes good photos as well, and I think it goes even wider than the S20. The selfie camera is at 32 megapixels and takes Instagram-worthy shots. In terms of video, you can shoot 4K but not 8K, but how often do we really shoot 8K videos anyway? Now let's talk about the processor. So at the moment here in the Philippines, we only have access to the 4G variant. So that's the one with the Exynos 990 processor with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. Now I really hope that Samsung would consider bringing in the 5G one soon, because not only will it give us access to 5G, but that's the one with the Snapdragon 865 processor. So lastly, let's talk about the batteries. The Samsung Galaxy S20 FE has a 4500 mAh battery and it supports 25-watt charging, although the charger that comes out of the box is only 15 watts. Now, with that big battery, it should be enough to last you the whole day, but basing it off my experience with other Samsung flagships, I find that I have to top up after maybe 10 to 12 hours depending on my use. So I have to confirm it with this phone, find out in the full review. Now guys, I've been using the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE for the past 2 days, and I have to say that I'm pretty happy with it. I know that Samsung removed or replaced some features, but considering the price, I think that it's very compelling for a Samsung device and for what you get. So what do you guys think of the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE? Would you consider it to be your next smartphone? Let me know in the comments. Actually, that's it for this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. Again, my name is Leia. Stay safe, everyone. Bye!